I want to talk about some of my favorite cases of anti-gay homosexuals. These are the guys that go out of their way to make life miserable for gays and lesbians. They go out of their way to, if they're politicians, vote against gay rights, the same gay rights that inevitably gays and lesbians will have in this country, hopefully sooner than later. If they are involved in churches or if they are religious figures, they go out of their way to preach about how immoral homosexuality is and why you shouldn't be engaged in it. But privately, are actually involved in gay hijinks of all kinds. Let's just start with Mark Foley. Mark Foley, I actually met Mark Foley once, and it was as creepy an experience as you would guess it would be looking at this picture. Mark Foley is the guy formerly in charge of the House Caucus on Missing and Exploited Children, congressman from Florida. He was having unlawful internet conversations with two former pages aged 16 and 18. That's right. His lawyer also stated that Foley actually is gay, even after Foley described the thought of his homosexuality as revolting and unforgivable. Hopefully he's been able to forgive himself. Then there's Larry Craig. Larry Craig is the former Idaho Republican who was caught using a very wide stance, I guess we could say, in a bathroom stall at the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport, signaling to the undercover cop that was in the stall next to him that he was interested in, some kind of hanky-panky. He obviously came out and said, "I am not gay. I have never been gay. You be the judge." Roy Ashburn. We talked about Roy Ashburn on my show a few months ago. On March 3rd, 2010, Roy Ashburn would have been better served to stay home. Instead of going to a gay bar, leaving with an unidentified man, being pulled over for driving drunk, which eventually, of course, led to his admission that he's gay to Inga Barks on KERN radio. He has been an anti-gay voter his entire career as a legislator, and he defended the way he voted to Inga Barks by saying, "Listen, even if I'm gay, that's the way my constituents want me to vote." Next up is one of my favorites, Ted Haggard. How can you forget Ted Haggard going on Oprah and talking about how he is not really gay? He just has gay issues, gay tendencies, gay curiosities, gay fixations. Why can't he just admit he's gay? Well, the reason why is because he made a career out of telling young people, old people, men, women, that they shouldn't be gay and that he can counsel them out of their gayness. They could pray away the gay. Pastor Eddie Long, Bishop Eddie Long, call him what you want. And that's, I'm told, his real name, Eddie Long. He is the guy from Georgia who has been having gay encounters with 4 young men who are now suing him, currently aged 20 to 23, ages late teens when they were actually engaged in this activity with Pastor Eddie Long. He has made a career out of talking about why marriage is between a man and a woman, and he has also been quoted as saying that his church can deliver people from homosexuality. And he used his influence to take these boys all over. He took them to Kenya, paid for their hotel rooms, gave them gifts, all in exchange for mutual masturbation, oral sex, and sensual massaging. But being gay, you'll go to hell. At the top of my list, George Riekers. George Riekers made a career, made money, saying homosexuals and gay and lesbian couples should not adopt. He was paid to testify at adoption, at court hearings about adoptions, gay adoptions, and say that the gay couple will not make a good set of parents. And it turns out that he had surgery, and after the surgery, he couldn't carry his own bags, so perfectly reasonable, he went on rentboy.com and hired a gay prostitute. Now, on one hand, he claims that he only hired the prostitute not for sexual activity, but because he wanted to talk the boy out of being gay. At the same time that he said he couldn't carry his bags, there's pictures of him carrying his bags and the gay prostitute just walking next to him. He still denies having a sexual relationship with the boy, even though the boy has said numerous times that they engaged in a whole bunch of interesting stuff.